I want to see how good Terapagos is for Tera Raids because the Pokemon itself is absolutely busted. Now, I haven't really trained it since I got it in the DLC, but I have a few ideas to see like, oh, we just throw this out there, do a couple of Calm Minds, win the game, GG easy, Tera Starstorm is busted, and then we can do maybe like some tougher raids, and hopefully it just kind of works out. So if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like, share it with friends, comment your thoughts down below, and use code Verlisify for 20% off your G Fuel order. This is the best energy drink I've found. It gets me through my grind, my gaming, everything I do, and there's some incredible flavors. Also, if you want further savings, check out the sales tab. It stacks with my code, and then you just always need to have energy for school, work. We got some other games coming up. Power World's gonna be crazy. Lego Fortnite's gonna update. Check it out. And one of the best ways to support any creator you like is to support the sponsors. I drink G Fuel every day, and I love it. Flavors are also great. So yeah, let's get this Terapagos to level 100, and then we just max out hit points, max out special attack. Seems like the way to go. Picked up a couple of EVs throughout the story, but that shouldn't really matter too much. And we have enough for that, so boom. I'm just going to pretend that I already had like special attack, but if there were points in defense, then I guess we're alright. And then we got some interesting things to consider here. So now that we're level 100, we can see our full moveset. Draw Ball, Rock Polish, Ancient Power, Tri-Attack. So we don't get anything for free. However, I want to give Ancient Power a go because free everything stats while setting up might be the play. It seems like the biggest issue with this Pokemon is Tera Starstorm only has 8 PP. That means you got to do all the work first and then try to close it out in 8 hits. I don't think it's going to be a problem like 5, maybe even 6-star raids. Then for 7-star raids, could be an issue. I always hope that I have a spare Calm Mind hanging around, and we do for the Terapagos. And after that's like, what else could you need or want? If you're going like Ancient Power, Calm Mind, and then you wipe out everything with the Starstorm, can go for Stored Power. And the thing about Terapagos is that it learns everything. Fighting, Bug, Dark, Fairy, Dragon, Ground, Grass, Fire, Ice. You can teach it. Power Gem, Ice Beam, Flash Cannon, Thunderbolt. Wait, that's more than 4 moves when you add Tera Starstorm. Why would you do that? Because I feel like it'd be really cool. There was actually a Pokemon that could be viable to where, yeah, you teach it everything, and then you just move relearner the TM you already taught, and then you're already pre-set up on the Pokemon. Thing is, once you go Stellar on Tera Starstorm, it becomes the Stellar type, which hits Tera Pokemon super effective always, which is always going to happen in a Tera Raid. So even though it would be cool, I don't think it has value. Now the weird thing about Terapagos is that it's not going to be completely busted initially because you have to make it to Tera. That's when Starstorm pops off, that's when you get your crazy form. So we're going to see if we encounter some difficulty there. I'm trying to think like, alright, how do we want to do it with like the attack cheer and then the cycling through all that and then getting our Calm Minds, but Calm Minds don't count towards Tera. So do we go like 2 Calm Mind, 3 Ancient Powered, and then win the game? It also is really nice that with the DLC you can get more supportive Pokemon, so if like you're really struggling, I guess keep rolling until you get a Heal Pulse Pokemon, and at least that's going to keep you topped off and going while you're setting up. We're going to see how crazy the Walking Wake is here. And I guess if you're not going up against fighting type Pokemon, don't have to worry about too much. So we get our stats, we ignore a lot of damage, we can get more stats, we can ignore more damage. So I think it might actually be, yeah, 2 Calm Minds, an Ancient Power, or 3 Ancient Powers, the Heal Cheer, and then win. Maybe go for the long con. This isn't like, oh, you set up perfectly on a Golden Go and then one shot, or you go for, you know, the +6s. Ew, the Noble Roar, though. I guess, I mean, keeping up with stats is alright. Now, someone said Magearna is turning into the DLC GOAT, and that makes a lot of sense because its ability is really strong for this, and it's also just a strong Pokemon in general. But that's not as, like, easy to get, even though you get a free one for Pokemon Sun and Moon event, and transfer isn't too crazy. So there's different ways of going about this, but my hope for Terapagos is that little Timmy, the worst thing they can do, hopefully, at this point is, like, bring a Terapagos and then still find a way to be useful. So yeah, this thing actually doesn't take damage, which is really nice to see. We're down to a +0, though. We're kind of, like, contending with weather and all of that fun stuff. I think since we're faster, it's going to be, like, really helpful for a couple things. So we can get our attack cheer here. That's just permanent stats. and then we'll go Tera on the Star Storm and watch it play out. Looks like it's going to get just naturally popped into the shield though. But then we just always have shield bonus and fun stuff like that. Because if I remember, the Walking Wake raid was actually kind of tough when it first came out, right? It's not like, oh, this is just a 5-star freebie. No, it's kind of like a 6.3 feeling, or at least a 6. Like, this is the most fraudulent 5 there is. And then the Eevee raid was actually kind of crazy as well. So yeah, now we have this. I think once you hit this point, you have achieved immortality, and then you can also just do significant enough damage. Now this is effectively without any boost because of Noble Roar, so we're hitting through the shield that hard, but still is like 5-star, so not getting as crazy stats, maybe. You get all the work done before the... Actually, maybe you just even do... You skip the Calm Minds until like some other point in battle, because there's cleansing going on. That could get kind of weird. And if you Calm Mind in this state, it's actually just going to be like more effective, because you're getting that bulk in sooner. So we have the attach here, we have all that. Star Storm, free. Not as fast as other strategies, like if you come in with a great type matchup, or you're going for some kind of crazy boosting and you're one-shotting before the shield matters, yeah, you can do it fast, but I think Terapagos should just be like the reliable one. You do a defense cheer if you're a Timmy, or you save the Timmy with like light screen reflect and cheers and stuff, and eventually they're just going to throw out 3 random moves, Terastalize, and you don't have to worry about them dying anymore. So hopefully it raises the floor of online raids. And maybe there's even a world where it's like, yeah, if everyone just brings Terapagos, it's actually doable. Not going to speedrun it, but it's always doable. And maybe the Walking Wake was problem on time. Like, it's a 6-star raid with 5-star timer, so it actually got into the red there. We didn't, like, try to speedrun it, but we just kind of, like, safely, comfortably did it, and the rewards are crap. Alright, let's see how Terapagos does into just a random 6-star Tera Raid. Is anyone doing random 6-star Tera Raids anymore? I feel like after the 7-star, that's how you get all the Tera Shards. Grinding 4 and 5-star is better if you complete the Teal Mask decks, and then you get the Tera Charm. I guess for Herba, but like at that point, just why? I think 6-star raids are just kind of... It's been so long, there's so many other rewards, there's so much progression in the game, that 6-star raids are just for like the casuals that still refuse to commit to competitive Pokemon and think their shinies are worth like any value when A-Drive hacks Pokemon anyways. So, I don't understand that, but yeah, I think we also need to maybe change it up depending on the Pokemon, that we just don't take damage against this thing because it's a tank Pokemon, but it can be statusy. So, I moved over to having safety goggles, that way we can't get spored, and I think we want to force out the shield as much as possible. It's been so long since I've actually done like 6-star raid strategy, actually like a year, so we have to like maybe mix it up since the timings are gonna be different compared to like 7-star and raid events, since it's kind of just like racing against the clock. But I don't think we actually get there fast enough to do one-hit KO things. Actually, regular Star Storm is just effective because it's not Tera. So we do just want to get our 3 ancient powers and gamble on a small chance that we just grab all of our stats. Toadstool bulky, 6-star raid bulky. Our health just ticks up. I find it funny because with Megas, Game Freak didn't want to play around with like health adjustment at all. Then with Dynamax, they said whatever, and now all kinds of like Pokemon forms just breaking those rules. But hopefully this is a significant hit. No. 6-star raid's kind of tough. I think maybe Terapagos' best use is just going to be like, online, you can't screw up with it. Because the problem here is that it's still just going to take a while to actually get into shield, and then that's when the cleanse happens, so it undoes a lot of our work, and then we only have a certain amount left. But not getting spored is kind of the big one here. +2 is a hit, but it's like 50% health or 60% game time. And 6-star raids. Oh, nope. There we go. There's a nullification. That only happens like once in 6-star raids. So now we can like Calm Mind as much as we need to. Alright, this hit is going to be +5 Calm Mind with the Go All Out attack here. The reason why it's +5 is like diminishing returns, going from 3.5 times damage to 4 times damage. Not crazy. Maybe it matters in some situations, but I'm guessing we just like 2-hit the shield anyways with this. Hopefully it's a good amount of damage into 6-star. Yeah, there we go. We 2-hit the shield, hit it again, and then game's over. Then we take it down. Got a little bit of room. So I think that's the thing about Terapagos. It makes raids a lot safer. doesn't make them faster, and it isn't like a get out of jail free card, because you still need proper strategy to play with the Terapagos, where it's like, yeah, you need to play around the timings and not completely int and make sure everything's kind of set up. And physical Pokemon might be a bit more difficult, but if they're not statusing you, then you can go with the Shell Bell, and then you just kind of craft something, and boom, 6-star raid for free. We get a bottle cap for all of our efforts, 6 Psychic Terra Shards. Yeah, there's like no reason to do 6-star raids when 7-star exists, right? But there we go, guys. At least it works. You can build a Terapagos. You can be good for some events, and maybe it is like BIS in upcoming Tera Raid events or something like that, or at least just a really good Pokemon to use online. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you all have a nice day. Thank you very much for watching.